Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar, StayNTouch Product Enhancements version 5.41, Expansion of Scheduled Reports, presented by StayNTouch Technical Sales Engineer, Aldrich Schultz. I'm your host, Erin Fisher, the content writer here at StayNTouch. Today's presentation will cover how you can get the most out of the StayNTouch Cloud PMS version 5.41 product release. In this webinar, we will review the financial transaction revenue report added to scheduled reports and identify new scheduled reports in PDF format. We will have a short Q&A session at the end of the presentation. Feel free to submit questions throughout the presentation, and we will answer them in the order they are received at the end. And that's all I have right now. Aldrich, I'm going to hand the presentation over to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Erin. All right. And so, folks, as Erin mentioned, in our version 5.41 release, we've enhanced our reporting features, specifically in our scheduled reports. So I'm going to journey over to that section to show you those added features. All right. So in scheduled reports, we'll see a list of our reports that we already have scheduled and configured to send out to various areas. However, we're going to go into new report schedule because we've added an additional report that's now available to you for scheduling. And that's going to be our financial transaction revenue report. So we can scroll down, or we can use our dynamic search and type in just a few letters. Yes, okay. All right, and from there, we'll actually be able to see that this report is newly added, as this was not one that we had able to be scheduled before. Now, this transactions report is going to contain information based off of revenue with a date range. And as you can see here, we have some parameters available that you can set just like any of your other scheduled reports, as well as a file format selection available in CSV. In addition to the other features that we've added to the report are going to be our existing scheduled reports that are now available in a PDF format. And to look at those reports, we're going to start off with our forecast report. So we can scroll down a little bit more to our forecast, click on that. And if you look over to the right side, we'll be able to see several options, of course, like we're familiar with. But added to the file format is going to be not only the CSV, but now a PDF format that you can select and continue on with scheduling your report as normal. In addition to the forecast report, we've also added this feature for PDF file format to the market segment and statistics report. As you can see here, this is also now available in both CSV and now PDF. As well, we've added this feature to our rate adjustment report, which we'll scroll down to. And notice we've also added the PDF format onto that as well. A couple of other reports that we've added it to are going to be also our rooms report. For out of service, which you will also see the PDF added to as well. Okay. And if we have any questions, of course, we'll be able to answer those for you.
All right. Thank you, Aldrich, for that insightful presentation. I'd now like to turn over the floor for questions. Remember, you can submit questions through the question box in the middle of the control panel. I don't see any questions right now, but I'll give everyone a few seconds to enter those. All right, since there are no more questions, I'd like to take the floor to offer some final thoughts. All right, so in this webinar, we reviewed the financial transaction revenue report added to scheduled reports, and we identified new scheduled reports in PDF format. With that, I'd like to conclude our presentation. Thank you all for coming, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to email me at erin.fisher@StayNTouch.com. Thanks again.